Japanese Zero comes in, guns blazing. Military personnel running for cover, running for their 50 caliber machine guns, trying to shoot up into the sky to get that Japanese Zero. Now Lieutenant J.G. Greg Shelton says, here is my opportunity. He jams the throttle forward in that Wildcat. Over 1,200 horsepower in that radial engine as he climbs out. But look, the Japanese Zero right on his tail. It takes Lieutenant J.G. Shelton a long time to get started because he's got to crank up that landing gear. But look, the Japanese Zero overshot him. Shelton using all of that horsepower to try to escape from that Japanese Zero. Luckily, this maintenance flight, he had all of his weapons loaded, so he's ready for a fight. There's the Japanese Zero, the pilot looking over his left shoulder, trying to find the Wildcat. But he decides that he'll once again strafe the base, try to get as many aircraft on the ground destroyed as possible. While high to the right now, Shelton sees the Japanese Zero homing in for another pass. To the left, the Zero puts it up high in a wing-over maneuver. Now it's head-on. Let's see who will chicken. Guns are firing. The Wildcat from the right. The Japanese Zero from the left. A head-on pass now. Who will be the one to break? Japanese Zero, a little overshot there. Pulls high, still firing. High yo-yo maneuver down to the left by the Wildcat. Japanese Zero pulls up high. Now the Japanese Zero was very, very agile. It was very light, and it was no match. It was a match, rather, for all of the naval aircraft flown during World War II because it was so nimble and so quick. Dives underneath now. Little overshoot there. Gets the 6 o'clock position, but pulls high. But remember, the Wildcat has over 1,200 horsepower. Climbs for an altitude now. Japanese Zero turns inside of him, but it looks like now the Wildcat and Shelton has the advantage. He has climbed high and wing over maneuver to get on the 6 o'clock or the tail position of that Japanese Zero. Now the Wildcat begins firing. Now the hunter becomes the hunted. The Wildcat closing, using advantage of all of that horsepower to try to nab that Japanese pilot and the Zero. Closing the gap very quickly now as he uses the altitude, trading it for some more airspeed, jamming the throttle all the way down. Now several hits of the Japanese Zero as he starts to smoke. Down low now, Shelton moving in for a final kill, really riveting that Japanese Zero with those shells from his machine guns mounted in the wing of the Wildcat. No hydraulic system on that aircraft. Everything operated manually, the flaps, the landing gear. It takes 33 spins on a wheel to the left side of the cockpit to crank that landing gear up. Japanese pilot now realizes that he's hit and in serious trouble. His engine continues to smoke. Shelton moves in, wanting to make sure that this is a verified kill and he can claim his first kill in the South Pacific. Very, very high maneuver and a victory roll now as he knows he's got it. He comes back down once again to finish him off there. Right down on the deck and right behind the Japanese Zero. Very close in, and he finishes him off there. As there's the victory roll for the Wildcat, the FM2 Wildcat, flown by Greg Shelton today.